Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your betting game by hitting that subscribe button and ensure you never miss out on our daily content. Want exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join our Patreon. Links are waiting for you in the comment section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. The Washington Wizards and Cleveland Cavaliers are set to clash in what seems to be a lopsided matchup on paper. The Wizards, sitting at the bottom of the Eastern Conference with a dismal 2-16 record, are struggling mightily to find consistency. Coming off a 124-114 loss to the Milwaukee Bucks, Washington's defensive woes are glaring, as they allowed Milwaukee to shoot 51.2% from the field and an alarming 45.7% from beyond the arc. These numbers encapsulate the struggles the Wizards have faced all season. Offensively, the Wizards are among the league's worst, averaging just 108.1 points per game, 25th in the NBA. Their shooting efficiency is subpar at 44.3% from the field and 31.8% from three-point range, making it difficult for them to keep up in games. While Jordan Poole is providing a spark with 21.0 points per game, the team lacks depth and reliable scoring options. Additionally, their rebounding efforts are underwhelming, with only 41.9 boards per contest, putting them at a disadvantage in critical possession battles. Defensively, the Wizards are conceding a league-worst 123.1 points per game. Opponents are feasting on them with 48.1% shooting from the field and 37.2% from three-point range. Injuries to key players further compound their struggles, making it an uphill battle for Washington to compete against elite teams. On the flip side, the Cleveland Cavaliers are cruising at the top of the Eastern Conference with an 18-3 record. Their most recent 115-111 victory over the Boston Celtics showcased their offensive firepower and efficiency. Averaging 122.0 points per game, Cleveland boasts a shooting split of 51% from the field, 40.5% from deep, and 78.9% from the free throw line. These numbers underline their status as one of the most potent offensive teams in the league. Defensively, the Cavs are solid, allowing 112.5 points per game. While their opponents are shooting 38.3% from beyond the arc, Cleveland's ability to limit damage in other areas has kept them competitive. The Cavaliers' 9.1 net rating, third best in the league, highlights their dominance on both ends of the floor. This game features two teams on opposite ends of the spectrum. The Wizards' -14.1 net rating, the worst in the league, illustrates their inability to compete consistently. Over the last 5 games, Washington has averaged just 103.4 points per game, while Cleveland has been surging at 118.0 points per game. With such a stark contrast, the Cavaliers are heavy favorites. Prediction: Cleveland Cavaliers -15.5. The Cavaliers should comfortably cover the spread at home, given their superior talent, depth, and momentum. Over 236.5 points. Both teams play at a fast pace. Washington is 4th in the NBA in pace, 103.31, and Cleveland is 7th, 100.83. Combined with subpar three-point defense from both sides, the over is a strong play. Expect the Cavaliers to assert their dominance early, leaving the Wizards scrambling to keep up. This could very well be a long night for Washington fans. The Philadelphia 76ers face off against the Charlotte Hornets in a battle between two struggling offenses. Both teams have shown glimpses of promise, but are largely underperforming, with questions surrounding their ability to score consistently and compete at a high level. Philadelphia is fresh off a 111-96 victory against the Detroit Pistons, showing flashes of efficiency on both ends of the floor. Tyrese Maxey's standout performance, 28 points, 6 assists, continues to highlight his importance as a leader for the 76ers offense. Despite shooting 49.4% from the field against Detroit, Philly's season-long offensive struggles are glaring. They rank 29th in scoring, 105.1 PPG, and field goal percentage, 43.3%, alongside an abysmal 32% from beyond the arc. The Hornets, meanwhile, are reeling from a narrow 107-104 loss to the Atlanta Hawks. Brandon Miller delivered a standout performance with 32 points and 8 rebounds, but Charlotte's shooting inefficiency remains a major issue. They rank 26th in points per game, 107.5, and dead last in shooting percentage, 42.4%. However, their three-point shooting has been a relative bright spot at 36.2%, ranking 15th in the league. Prediction: Charlotte Hornets to win, Charlotte's recent defensive improvements and home court advantage give them the upper hand in a matchup where neither team has shown offensive prowess. Under 217 total points. With both teams ranking near the bottom in effective field goal percentage and averaging fewer than 110 points per game, this game has all the makings of a low-scoring battle. Expect a gritty, defense-first contest where the Hornets' defensive momentum could prove decisive. The Milwaukee Bucks and Detroit Pistons square off in what looks to be a matchup defined by two key players, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Cade Cunningham. Here's how things stack up heading into the game. The Bucks have shaken off a disastrous 2-8 start and are on a roll, winning 8 of their last 9 games. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a one-man wrecking crew, averaging 32.9 points, 11.9 rebounds, and 6.6 assists on a scorching 60.9% shooting. His recent performances have been nothing short of dominant, putting up 35.4 PPG in his last 9 outings. However, Milwaukee's offense is relatively average, ranking 15th in the league with 113.3 PPG. Defensively, they've been solid but not spectacular, also ranking 15th while allowing 112.4 PPG. The absence of Chris Middleton due to an ankle injury could impact their scoring depth, but Giannis' form compensates heavily. The Pistons have hit a rough patch, losing 5 of their last 7 games. They've struggled defensively, averaging just 109.8 PPG, 22nd in the league, with turnovers, 16.4 per game, being a glaring issue. Cade Cunningham has been their bright spot, averaging 23.5 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 9 assists, a career-best season thus far. However, his availability for the game is uncertain as he recovers from a hip injury, which could be a critical blow for Detroit. Defensively, Detroit is middling, allowing opponents to shoot 53.3% from the field, ranking 18th in the league. Their lack of depth and ability to contain stars like Giannis makes them a tough sell in this matchup. Predictions: Milwaukee -4 points. With Giannis in MVP form and the Pistons struggling offensively, especially if Cunningham isn't 100%, the Bucks should cover the spread comfortably. Under 224.5 points. Both teams have been underwhelming in high-scoring games this season, and the Pistons' struggles to hit shots, combined with Milwaukee's ability to clamp down defensively, point to a lower-scoring affair. Expect Milwaukee to continue their hot streak, with Giannis leading the way and Detroit unable to keep pace, especially if Cunningham is limited or absent. Indiana Pacers versus Toronto Raptors. The Pacers are dealing with inconsistency but have a dynamic offense, ranking 10th in scoring with 114.7 PPG. However, their defense has been abysmal, sitting at 27th, allowing 119 PPG. While they have capable scorers in Tyrese Haliburton and Bennedict Mathurin, defensive lapses and rebounding issues plague their game. Their strong shooting percentages, 48.6% FG, 37% 3-points, make them a threat, but they struggle to close out games when their defense falters. The Raptors have been reeling, with injury concerns affecting their rotations. Despite R.J. Barrett's scoring surge and contributions from Scotty Barnes, Toronto ranks 25th in scoring defense, allowing 116.8 PPG. Their weak free throw shooting, 73.2%, 28th in NBA, and subpar three-point game, 34.1%, make it hard to rely on them in close games. However, their rebounding edge, 46.4 RPG 4th, could be a factor against Indiana's poor performance on the boards. Prediction: Indiana Pacers -2. Indiana's offensive firepower, led by Haliburton and Mathurin, should overwhelm Toronto's injury-depleted roster. The Pacers also have the edge with more reliable scorers, while the Raptors' inefficiency at the line and from beyond the arc limits their upside. Total prediction: over 237.5 points. Both teams are defensive liabilities, and their fast tempos, Pacers 11th, Raptors 13th in pace, make this a likely high-scoring affair. The first meeting hit 249 points, and with the Pacers' defensive struggles, expect another shootout.